actually good morning for me, but good afternoon or night or evening or Columbus Day or whenever you may be watching this. It's super early in the morning. I've gotten up, headed to work. As you can see there, you're looking at the dam because it's too dark to see anything else. That's the only thing with lights around here. If you'll notice, right there, they got 3 gates open. It's pouring down rain right now. But I just want to go here real quick. I'm in the van. You can't see it. Like I said, it's dark. There you can see my phone charger thing. But anyway, we're going camping this weekend. Actually, we'll talk about that later. I did something, folks. I'm going to apologize. I did something. It wasn't my intention, but it happened. It's my nature. Also, you might notice I changed the name of the channel to Big Green Van because I haven't been so much nomadic here lately. I've been stuck in the same spot. So I changed the name of the channel to the Big Green Van in case you're confused. After work, I'll get with you, let you know what's going on, the plans. We're going to go camping. We're in the Big Green Van. Going camping this weekend. I'll let you know what I did. Some of y'all going to be upset. Some of you won't care. It's not a big deal. But, yeah. All them parts are ordered. They might actually already be installed on the van. I'm sorry. That's just my nature. That's how I do things. I just came out here to do one little thing, and it turned into put my head down and get it done. But anyway, I'm already rambling. I'll get off here and I'll see you this afternoon. Okay, guys and gals and whatnots and hoo-hoos, and I'm off work. Came to another major city to pick up some supplies, and you'll understand why later when I tell you what I did. But I went to Menards, got me a drain hose and some carpet to go back here in the back, and now I'm at Wally World. Man, this place is a madhouse. It's crazy busy. I really don't want to go in here, but I'm at Wally World. I'm gonna grab some food so we can head out to the woods. It's gonna be a long drive. It'll be dark by the time I get out there, but that's all right. I haven't been camping in so long. I'm ready to get out there, but that's what's gonna happen. Made my stop, got my drain. I'm kind of going through it in my head, my little list I made. I got my drain hose, got me some carpet, and now I gotta go in here and get some food. There's another Walmart in this town, but it's always crazy busy, and I thought I'd come over this one. And I switched it around. I know I switched it around because there's kids fixing to walk by. I didn't want to get them. Let me get off here quick yapping. I'm gonna go and get my food. I'll be back. All right, folks, I've got out of Walmart. It is ridiculously crazy in there. There's 2 ambulances that showed up. One showed up and left, and then another one just now pulled in. It's a madhouse here. I gotta get out here. My nerves are rattled. I can't handle a situation like this. It gets me all nervous and just rattles my nerves. So I'm gonna work on getting out of this big city and get to the woods. Now it's gonna be late, but I'm off tomorrow, so we're gonna work on some projects. But anyway, let me get out here. Focus on what I'm doing. Get out of here. I'll see you here in a little bit. I had to get back on real quick. Here comes ambulance number 3. What is going on at the Walmart? Holy moly! People are crazy. Oh, that's the fire department. All right, now I'm gonna get off here. See you in a minute. All right, we made it to a camp spot. It's one of my old faithful spots I always go to. Super late. As you can see, it's dark outside. Can't see nothing. I came here. We'll probably move tomorrow and go somewhere different. I came here because I was pretty certain it'd be available, and I know the area real good. So coming in here in the dark, I didn't, wouldn't have no trouble. So, excuse me. I'm gonna climb in the back. I've got a mess back here. I mean, I just threw everything in here and hit the road. So I'm gonna go back there and get that straightened up, get some comfortable clothes on. Then I'll get back on here with you and show you what we've done. So give me just a minute and I'll be right back. All right, guys. I made it to the woods, to the campground. As you probably already know, I think I done told you, but got the mood lights on. Tomorrow I'll give you the dime tour. I'm wore out. I worked today, then I run around and threw all kinds of stuff in here trying to make it usable. And but going to the city, to Walmart, and I went to Menards, and that is drained me. That took it all out of me. If you don't know, if you're not an introvert or don't know somebody who is, you probably wouldn't understand. But that much interaction, that there's just too many people. It just, I feel like I've ran 100 miles. I mean, I'm just drained. I'm wore out. And so I was going to show you around tonight, but I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow because I gotta do the sink project anyway. So I'll show you that. Sink's all in, but you know, like I said, tomorrow I'll show you. That's all in there. I gotta put the drain in, make a hole in the floor, install the drain, and all that to where I can use the sink. I will say real quick, this isn't a complete build out. This is like a kind of a skeleton setup that I'm gonna build around. So don't, don't think I just went and completely built the van out without you. I didn't do that. I've told you folks, this is how my mentality is. All I did was come in here to hook the solar up. I think is what I was doing. Yeah, that's why I don't know if you can see it. Right there. That's the charge controller, my fuse box, and the batteries are down there. All I was aiming to do is just get that, come in here, kind of make a little game plan, a little schematic if you want to say that, and just get an idea where I was going to put it, visualizing. Well, next thing I know, I'm hooking the stuff up, and that led to putting a sink in and the bed, the lights, got a light here. I told you that's just how my brain works. Once I start doing something, I can't stop. I just go wide open till it's done, and I've always been like that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Tomorrow I'll give you the dime tour of the van. Like I said, this is just a little skeleton build, if you want to call that. I threw together just to make this thing usable. Even, can you see it? Hang on. I'm gonna get you turned around. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Diesel heater down there. I got the diesel heater installed, running, ready to go. I got a story about that too. It involves a gallon of diesel fuel and carpet. Oh yeah, I put carpet in here too. I'll show you here. I'm going to show you tomorrow. Quit pressuring me to show you everything. I do want to stress this is just a skeleton build. I'm still going to do the Walmart cabinet and shelf thing I was talking about. But first, what I wanted to do first, there we go, just rambling on. I know I'm going to see you in the morning after I shut up 2 hours later. I just wanted real quick, as a good opportunity to, because I'm wanting to get out and camp. I haven't been camping forever, and I just want to get this thing where I could use it. That was my main goal. But in the process, I thought it'd be a good time to show you how you can build out a camper van for free. I ain't got one penny in none of it. Well, that's not true. I bought a new diesel heater instead of using my old one. Not counting the diesel heater, I have not one penny in this build. All this stuff I already had. I got free sink, some free lumber, cabinets out of the white van. That's another thing. I'm overwhelmed. I got just the basic stuff I need just to be comfortable. I've already ran out of room. I've got to get some shelving in here or some dresser or something. I got to get something in here. I'm overwhelmed with all this stuff. But we're going to build it as we go. Yeah, I just wanted to do kind of like a functional free build that's actually, it's a little ugly. I won't deny that. You'll see tomorrow. It's a little ugly, but it's very functional. Got a stove, sink with a faucet. We'll have running water. I've got the water system set up down there. I just need to get my drain in. Then I'll have running water, solar power, lithium batteries, diesel heater. And it's all free except for the heater. It was all free. Just reclaimed stuff like that sink I got from work. It was just repurposing stuff I already had. But anyway, I know I'm going 100 mile an hour, rambling and everything. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, good morning everyone. Had a good night's sleep. Overslept actually, but let me get you turned around here and I'll show you what's going on. I'm out here in the woods in this familiar spot I come to all the time. Oh, you ever sleep so long you feel lazy? Anyway, I'm just going to show you real quick what I've done, and then later on today, when I finish my projects, I'll give you the full dime tour. But you can see right there, wow, birds. I got the solar panel on. Then I installed the shore power. Come around to the other side. Now this is going to be junked up because, like I said, I just threw everything in here just to be able to come out. Right now I got everything drug out because I'm fixing to start a project. There's a solar power and a fuse panel and all that stuff right there. Batteries are right there. I'm eventually going to build a cabinet, or I'm trying not to buy nothing, but I may have to. But I'm going to get some kind of cabinet or something to cover all that up, clean that up. Got to bed. I know it's junked up. I drug everything out. Well, I actually just got out of bed, but I drug everything out for this project. They're hunting out here too. I gotta be careful. There's a diesel heater. Right now, that's my clothes. I'm gonna live out of the bag. You know, this is just a test run, so I'm gonna live out of the bag. But eventually, the refrigerator's going right there with some kind of shelving or whatever. Got me a cabinet with a stove. Here, let's go around to the back, because that's where I'm starting the project for the day. I got a cabinet over there. This is sink, and yes, it's all junked up. Told you I'm starting a project. This is going to be closed in. This side, and this side, and this is where I'm going to store my water. Here's my drain. And that's what I'm doing today. Even though I spilled water already. I'm going to take this piece of pipe. I'm going to drill a hole right there. Connect this pipe to that pipe. Put it right there. So that's what I'm going to do. Give me a second and I'll come back and report how bad I messed up. Alright, I got the drain installed. That was not easy. I bought a 2-inch pipe, thinking I had a 2-inch hole saw. This was an inch, or this is 1.5 inches. So I had to drill 1.5 inch hole and make that pipe go in there. Don't worry, folks. I'm the king of rigging things up. I can make it work. This is no problem because the water is free flowing. There's no elbow. So it's never going to back up to here. I'll pack that with something. This piece of pipe right here comes all the way to right about here. So what I'll do, I'll pack the top of this up and then seal it real good. And the same for down there. With it being free flowing, I had to cut a notch in it. It squeezed together pretty tight, but I'm going to seal that up. And with it being free flowing, it's not going to be a problem. Okie dokie. Let me finish this project and I'll be back. Okie dokie. Drains installed. Got the pipe going out the bottom. 2 tanks. Just no cheap ratchet strap I had. Tie them down, keep them from falling over. Now I can start looking for a scrap piece of wood to close this in and close this in. Now the reason I'm gonna go ahead and close it in is because I got my little short piece of water hose here that I hook up to out here in the National Forest or campground. You hook up to their water, spigot. So I'm gonna close this in solid. Actually, I might put some type of sliding door here, like Mo Blue Van, to where I can utilize that space. But right here, I'm gonna close this off. A board about that high and just make that a solid wall, and leave about that much open to where I can reach in here and fill my jugs up. So the next project is to clean all this mess up, put my tools away, make my bed, and go fill my water jugs. Alrighty then, here we go. We've gotten to where I get my water. I'm in this national forest. There's several of these. Well, I say several. There's 2 of these water stations, dump stations. But I like coming to this one. The other one's on a big hill. I don't know whose idea that was, but it's on a. You can't hardly close your door. It's so steep. And we got a little leak. I hear it hissing. Anywho, I'm gonna get out here, fill my jugs, and I'll get back with you. All right, got my jugs filled, my water tank. It's I started to show you, record it, but it's, you know, it's kind of boring, and everybody knows how to fill up a water tank, water jug. So anyhow, because of the situation, having to hold that hose, and I just left my jugs in there because I've got them strapped down now. You know, trying to hold the door and hose. It was just easier for me to go ahead and fill them up. Y'all know how I operate. So anywho, let's go find a place to camp for the night. I got today off and tomorrow off, so we'll go find somewhere to spend. It's 10:30. Somewhere to go camp for the day and the night, and tomorrow we'll head out, get closer to town. But I'm starving. I got out here super late last night, didn't eat no supper, made me a little sandwich, and then haven't had no breakfast this morning because it's been raining for the past 2 days, and it's supposed to be raining right now. I just noticed the oil change sticker on here. But anyway, it's supposed to be pouring down rain right now. They're calling for 100% rain all day today, all tonight, and all day tomorrow. So I want to get that sink project done. That's kind of hustling around so I can use my sink. It's not raining right now, but it sure looks like it's going to any minute. So, but anyway, we got most of that stuff done. Anything I want to do now, I can do on the inside. So let's go find a place to camp. I'll see you here in just a minute. Okay, I've come to a spot by the water I like to use, but with the little white van, it was really hard to get out here. It had to be perfect conditions. I couldn't be wet or muddy or nothing like that. But now we got the big green van. I feel like I can go anywhere I want to go. But anyway, man, they've been down here wallowing that hole out. I can see from here. See that big old hole? I'm gonna try to camp here tonight. I'm gonna be by the water. Depends on if we can get through this mud hole. If they quit wallowing it out. Let me put this phone down and see if I can make it through here. All right, we made it through there. That sucker is deep. Big old green van didn't have no trouble at all. That little white van, there's no way. No way I would have got through there. It's up half over the tire. I don't know how to say it. The tire was halfway under. Now to be truthful, it's mostly water, but it's pretty mushy, soft bottom, as you can see right here. Where I turned around, how the ground's all mushy. Yeah, that white van would have never done that. For one, it sits too low to the ground, and two, the suspension. I don't know if y'all folks don't know what solid axles are. It wouldn't make sense. But anyway, yeah, I've been stuck. That's what I'm trying to say. I've been stuck. I want to go duck hunters out today. I hear them shooting. I wanted to go, now that I got this van, down that hill. That's gravel drive, not through the leaves and the gravel. And go out here on the gravel bar. But with all that rain we got coming, for y'all don't know, this river flows north. You know, typically all bodies of water go south, but this one flows north. And the reason I'm saying that, because everybody down south of here, Alabama, Tennessee, all that area, if they get rain, that water comes this way. Even though we might not get no rain here, it comes this way and raises the water. And they're getting tons of rain down there right now. Bad storms and everything. Supposed to be some bad tornadoes down there tonight. But that's the reason I'm not going down there, because we're supposed to be getting all that rain too. But even if we don't, all their water's gonna come to us. And you know, I could be sleeping down there, and the dam south of us, you know, locking dam down there could open the gates and flood me out. I would never know it. That's a long way of saying I ain't going down there. I love my big green van. This thing's, I can start going back to some places I used to go to with the blue van. It's a 11-8, you know, situation. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. It's a 11-8 situation with these vans. I really missed that blue van. From the day I got rid of it, I missed it. Oh yeah, I hid my diesel heater exhaust. Tucked her down in there. I may move it later, I don't know. I got sidetracked when I seen that shiny thing in there. But yeah, I really missed my blue van. From the day I sold it, I missed it. Because what it allowed me to do, the places it allowed me to go, you know, and same with this one. Yeah, this thing's long as a school bus, but it's not real wide, it's not real tall, like a big RV or a school bus or something. It's got good ground clearance, just like the old blue van. It allows me to get back in spots like this. Now the downside of that situation is I can't stand up. You know, I've got that old bad back been plaguing me my whole life, but it's starting to get worse now. I'm getting older. So that's why I say it's a love-hate relationship. I love these vans, but you know, they're a little hard on me. But right now it's worth it. I'm played with this ideal for a couple of years, ever since I got rid of my van, started getting RVs and stuff like that. Man, them duck hunters are tearing them up. There won't be no ducks left. But yeah, I'm making this a super long video, Anna. I'm reminiscing about the old blue van. But as of right now, I feel like I can handle it for a while. As far as me, you know, my back hurting. Right now, there's more positive than there is negative, so I'm gonna do the van thing because I really enjoy it. So let me get in there and get set up. I got to pick everything up. Like I said, like I told you earlier, this is just a skeleton setup. Not so much temporary. I'm gonna build what I've got in there. I'm gonna build around it. But right now, it's just the bare bones what I need to get out here and be comfortable. I was ready to start using the van. Y'all ever notice my deer on the van? But anyway, man, come this summer, I can park anywhere in the woods. Nobody's gonna see me. Stay focused. Pay attention. Stay focused. Yeah, I'm gonna get in there, get set up. You know, anybody does the van thing, you know, before you travel, you gotta pack everything, put it in your sink, put it in the floor, tuck it in every little corner you can find, because if you don't, it slings around everywhere. So I'm going there and get set up, and got my sink going now. I need to do some dishes. Got to clean my skillet and everything. I used it the other night, and I didn't clean it. It's a little greasy and nasty. I didn't clean it. But anyway, I'm gonna do all that so I can cook me something to eat. I'm starving. All right, folks, I'll see you here in a little bit. All right, the sink works great. I'm probably going to have to move that. It's not really in the way, but I bumped it twice already when I was cleaning my pan. So I feel like that's going to get on my nerves. But for right now, that's going to work. That's where I keep my, got a little air freshener, some dish detergent, rubbing alcohol. I use it to wipe counters and stuff down, kill germs. Yeah, the sink and the drain's working great. So what I'm going to try to do, because, you know, I'm going to try to keep this theme as building for free without spending any money. Which I haven't, except for a few things, like the diesel heater and the lithium batteries, of course. I bought them. But other than that, this is all stuff I've already had. Just repurposed, mainly out of my other camper van. Coffee cup the metal one I use sometimes on the stove just to boil one single cup of coffee. A drinking cup. That little basket thing, I don't know where I got it, but it was in the van in the back. These little catch-all type little baskets, I bought them. I remember I bought them for the camper van, the white one, but I just never did use them. One thing I have noticed about in here, of course, is, you know, skeleton build. I keep stressing that before anybody loses their mind. This is just a skeleton build that I'm gonna build around. Like, you know, I still got to put me some kind of, well, right here, I just got my clothes in my bag, my wet, dry bags I used on a motorcycle trip. My refrigerator's gonna go right there. And then above that and above the batteries, I'm gonna box that in, clean up the wiring. I know, it looks ugly. Above them, I'm gonna build some kind of shelving or drawers, or I say build, try to find something to put like my clothes and stuff right there. For right now, do y'all recognize that green and blue paint? Yes, this cabinet come out of the camper van. Right now, that's my food storage. I've got it cram packed. I'm overwhelmed. Not that there's a lot of food, it's just that's the only cabinetry I have right now. The countertop, which I'm going to seal this. I should have already done it before I started using it, but I just wanted to go camping. The countertop is actually the end off this bed. They had like a footboard there. I just unscrewed it and used it for a countertop. Yeah, buddy. The sink I got free from where I work. The little faucet, whatever you want to call it, I've had that forever. I think, if I ain't mistaken, I had that thing in the blue van. I think I did. Now, don't quote me on that. I know I've had it forever. This is a little power station I put in here. If you'll recognize the light, I'm going to blind you. That's the light out of the white camper van. This is the little power station I had in the white camper van. Yeah, I chipped this board when I was drilling the hole. That kind of upset me. I'll get some white paint and paint it. But I put it here because I have 2 USB ports. That faucet is actually battery operated, but you can run it off a cord too. So I've got it plugged in, and then my strip lights, you know, they go all the way around to make it romantic in here. They're plugged in there, but I can always unplug them and use other things like my phone or whatnot. Here I have a cigarette plug type deal. I thought about putting the refrigerator down here, but it's too big. I wouldn't be able to use my water thing. So anyway, I have that for whatever I might need it for. I got some 12-volt fans and stuff I might put there. I don't know. There's a switch right here. Of course, it gives the battery voltage. You can only see it because it's dark. There's a switch right here. The main reason I put this right here is because that switch, I still haven't installed my exhaust fan right here. Because all this rain we're supposed to be having, and we have had, I just didn't want to go cutting holes in the wall and, get caught in a rainstorm or whatever. We'll get that. Don't worry, we'll get that. But that's what that switch is going to be for. I'm going to wire that fan to that switch to when I'm cooking. Just reach over here and turn the exhaust fan on. So that's pretty much the dime tour for right now. Now I've integrated some of my motorcycle camping trip equipment, whatever you want to call it, gear. This little folding chair, it undoes and pretty much holding the palm of your hand. And my little aluminum folding table. Now I actually brought them to use outside, to hang out there. But it was sprinkling a while ago. Let me turn this light off. I don't need it. Sun's shining, kind of. It was sprinkling a while ago, so I just put them right here. I can sit here and look out at the lake. But now the sun's kind of halfway shining, so it makes me want to go out there. But anyway, I'm starving to death. So let me show you this, and then we'll get off here and start cooking. I'm just going to have a simple meal for lunch. I have some of this chicken and rice. It's pre-cooked, It's better if you use it in the microwave. It takes like 45 seconds to get it steaming hot in the microwave. Or you can put it in a skillet with about, I don't know, use your best judgment. They say 2 tablespoons of water. I usually just dump a little bit in there until it looks good. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to add a can of chicken to it, chicken chunks. And that's going to be lunch. Speaking of which, I said that's better than the microwave. I've got a microwave in here. It's not hooked up yet. It's actually underneath the bed. I don't want to drag it out. I've got the generator up front. Up in the, I can open that door sitting right there between the seats. I started to drag it out and started and put the microwave, hook the microwave up. But just for 45 seconds, dragging that thing out from underneath the bed and dragging the Jenny out and, putting gas in. I don't keep gas in it when I'm hauling it around because it just, stinks. So, I have to put gas in it, and it's just too much hassle, folks. 3 or 4 minutes, I can heat it up right here. And the pan to clean up easy. But yeah, that's pretty much a dime tour. I got my fire extinguisher down there. The diesel heater, my little junk all, catch all. Got a lighter and a knife and scissors and whatnot. But it's supposed to be not tomorrow night, but about 2 nights from now, temperature's supposed to drop drastically, be in the low 30s during the day and teens to 20 at night. So I'm waiting on, I want to test this heater. I've ran it a few times already during the install. Oh, that's the story I was going to tell you. I know, long video, I know. You signed up for it, not me. When this thing was shipped to me, uh, it said nothing. It was already. This is what it looked like when I got it out of the box. Case, it was all together. This is one of them all-in-one units. We don't have to like my old one. You got to run all that wire and hose and everything. I decided to do it all in one unit. It said nothing about assembly. Nothing. It literally said plug and play. Running some wires off of it, which I got them. I'm gonna redo them later. Right now, I got them underneath the rug. And yes, I like rugs in my van. We're not gonna get off on that. I know people think they're dirty. Well, just don't wear shoes. Keep your shoes over there, and get you a small vacuum cleaner to clean it. But back to the heater. I looked it over, gave it a once over. I had to hook this hose up, drill a hole in the floor for the exhaust to go out. Just the basic stuff. It said nothing about the internals. Didn't mention anything. Well, I hooked the power up. Of course, I knew the heater itself wasn't going to heat up, but I went ahead and started it to see if, fan was going to cycle and all that stuff. These things are finicky about their amperage. So if I want to make sure I had the right size wire going to it. But anyway, everything worked great. Fan come on, pump kicked on. It didn't recognize, it recognized it didn't have no fuel, so it shut back off. So I took the cap off. That's a 1.5 gallon tank. And I chugga, filter all the way up. Was putting the cap on, I started smelling, diesel, which I had to chug in my hand, so I didn't think a whole lot about it. And I was standing right there outside the door. I turned around to set the jug down, and there was diesel fuel running out the door. All right here, all out. So luckily I didn't have her bolted down yet. I already had the exhaust going through the floor and everything. I just snatched it out of the floor and jerked it outside here where the rest of the fuel could leak out. It pretty much already all leaked out in here. So I took the cover off. There's 3 screws here, 3 screws there, and same on the other side. This whole blue cover comes off. I took it off to see what was going on, and nothing was hooked up on the inside. Nothing. The pump was just wired in, but it wasn't hooked to the heater, and it wasn't hooked to the tank. The tank wasn't screwed down. The screws are in there on a piece of tape, taped to the side of the tank. It was just, flopping around in there. I never noticed it, I guess because that's so tight. It was just sitting in there. Same thing with the pump. When I took the cover off, pump just fell out on the ground. Nothing was hooked up. So when I poured all that fuel in there, it just soaked everything on the inside and run out on the floor here and went out. So yeah, that was an ordeal. If you haven't ever dealt with diesel fuel, it stinks, and it stinks forever. I saturated this floor with, you name it, Mr. Green, Purple Clean, degreaser, just anything I could get my hands on, just sprayed and scrubbed. Of course, it got underneath the rubber mat. I had to pull that back, wipe it down, spray, and wash it out. And I put 2 boxes of baking soda down there till it started getting like pasty, and cleaned it all up and did it again. I've put bleach, anything that I felt like would cut that smell. And I've got it now. It cleaned it pretty good. I've got it to where you can't smell it, or I don't notice it anyway. Now, somebody that sensitive to smells, they might come over here and notice it right off the bat, but I don't smell it no more. And even, when I'm away from the van and open door and come back in here, I still don't smell it. I get just a hint. I mean, just a tickle. And I think that's only because I know what happened. I feel like that's the reason why I kind of think I can smell it. But anyway, yeah, that was an ordeal. Not fun at all. All right, folks. That was 45 minutes telling you that the diesel heater leaked. But anyway, I'm going to run it. I want to run it a few nights, maybe a week or whatever. I want it to be easy to get to with my fire extinguisher, or be able to rip it out of the floor and throw it outside if something happens, catches on fire or ruptures or whatever. But when I feel comfortable with it, when I feel safe, and it does come with remote control. I don't know why this popped in my head. I've got it hanging right there, and it works great. But whenever I feel comfortable with it, feel like I can start trusting it, because this is not a name brand. This is one of them old knockoff Chinese ones, which I've had great luck with them. I've had 2, and they work flawlessly. That one I got in the white camper van, I've had that thing several years, all the way back to the Winnebago travel trailer. But anyway, but it is a 50-50 gamble. You may get one and it just be junk, not work, and then you may get one like me. It works great. Me and my buddy ordered one at the same time, His is complete garbage. We got them from the same company on Amazon. His is complete garbage. Mine is the one I've had for several years. Works great. So it's a 50-50 gamble. But for what they cost, I only gave $79 for that, shipped to the door. And yeah, I've ran it a few minutes here and there, and it'll run you out of here. This is only a 5,000 kilowatt, and it'll cook you. It'll run you out of here. So $79. If I only get one season out of it, I wouldn't be upset at all. I just pull it out here and get another one. But yeah, so don't be afraid to buy one. Just keep in mind, just so you know. Well, first do your research, read the comments, because them comments will let you know a lot. Of course, remember you're always going to have somebody crying about nothing. There's always that one person crying because they didn't get a sticker or something, But read the comments and use your best judgment, and don't be afraid to get you one. Because the name brand ones, like the Wabusos, I can't really say that word, Wabusos, them, and there's another one that comes from Germany. They're like anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, and they're not no better than this. They look exactly the same. And, I just don't see the value in it when you can get a Chinese knockoff and pretty much get the same results. But anyway, like I was saying, a half hour ago, when I feel comfortable with this, feel like I can trust it and everything, which I never sleep at night with them on. I don't go to bed with them on unless it's just unbearably cold, like that one winter. It was minus 10, 15. I mean, you just got to. But when I feel comfortable with it, after, I know I've said that 28 times. Let's go 29. When I feel comfortable with it, I'm going to box this in. I think I might have told you earlier. I'm going to put a wall right here and a half wall right there, probably about the same distance as that countertop. And but make this wall, the side one going this way, make it all the way up the same height as this, and then the top part, or whatever you want to call it, probably come out to right about here. I just want to hide it and get it out of view, but I need to leave a space to where I can easily get in there and fill it up. You feel me? You hear the words I'm slapping out there? All right, folks. I am starving. My stomach's in there growling and hurting. Let me get me something to eat. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my view of the lake. And if it don't rain, it's like it's drizzling right now. I can barely see it. If it don't rain, we'll get out and explore. We'll go down there and grab a bar, see what we can find. All right, I'll be back after I get me something to eat. All right, I got my food done. A little kitchen works great. Everything's, well, I was going to say everything's within reach, but I mean, obviously, as small as the van is, it would be. Sink works great, the water. I like all that. I just need to start hiding some of this ugliness. I need another form of storage. I don't know. I'll have to work on it. I got some cubby holes down there. I could probably, close that in, make a little storage there. And we'll work on that though. But right now I'm sitting here in my camp chair. Got my chicken and rice. Got my sweet tea, some bread. And there's my trash hanging on the door. It's full. I like using the Walmart bag. Oh, I know, I'm sidetracked. I know. The reason I like using Walmart bags because they fill up so quick. You don't get overwhelmed with trash. You can look at it and say, oh man, I got to throw that away. But if you use a big bag or like a house trash bag, well, you'll be riding around with 16 pounds of trash in your van. So I like using them. And they're pretty much free considering you get them every time you buy something. But anyway, I'm starving. My belly's growling. I'm going to eat my rice. Look out here at the beautiful lake. And tell you what, folks, for end of December, almost January, it's 62 degrees. Of course, I'm kind of in the south. I wouldn't say I'm in deep south, but I'm in the mid. Well, I think we're called central, but it's still, I'm past I'm below the Ohio River, so I'm in the south. Anything above the Ohio River is nothing but Yankees. A bunch of Yankees. Anyway, yeah, I'm just messing with you. You happen to be a Yankee, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, it's 62 degrees right now, and it's just perfect weather. If the sun was shining, that'd be the icing on the cake. But, you can't have everything. Be thankful for what you have. But let me get this meal ate. Let my old belly settle for a little bit, and we're probably going to walk down there. Well, no, I was going to say we was going to walk to that gravel bar, but there's actually a path that goes over to it, but the water's not quite low enough. But we can get down on that one right there. We'll go check it out, see if we can find something. All right, I'll see y'all folks in a little bit. All right, we're gonna go for a little walk. I got my lunch ate, and the rain has been, I've looked at the radar, the rain's been going all around us. Can't really tell on here, but the sky's pretty dark back over there. But I'm gonna go for a walk anyway because I feel fat. What I'm gonna do, I don't know if you can see, where's it at? Is that gravel right there? I'm just gonna go over there and I'm gonna walk down that hill. I'm gonna go down the water. So I'm gonna pause this until I get down there to this. It's really nothing to see, it's just gravel. All right, I'll see you at the bottom of the hill. Now we've walked down here before, if you remember back in the summer. That old steep hill. That's washed out bad, you can't really see it, but there's some deep old ruts washed out. As much as it's supposed to rain tonight, I'm not gonna come down here. I was thinking about doing it, then now that I walk down here, I ain't gonna do it. But anyway, if you remember back in the summer, we came down here. Of course, everything was green then. But it's pretty much the same. Looks like somebody's added to the trash collection. I don't know why people do that for. Just throw the trash on the ground like it's no big deal. But usually, in the spring and the summer, this is all underwater. From right about this tree line. Hang on. Let me adjust the old camera. Yeah, from right about this tree line out, this is usually all underwater. They've got the water down pretty low. In the wintertime, they drop it down what they call the winter pool to allow room in the lake for melting snow, rain, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to walk right here. This would probably be almost, well, I wouldn't say over your head, but almost to your shoulders. It's pretty deep right here. It drops down pretty fast. Been a bunch of people driving down here. That's risky to do that because that looks like solid ground. That's, man, if I walked over here, I'd sink up to my chin in mud. Tire tracks out in that mud bed. They must have been back in the summer when it was still hot and dry, or warm months. Our summers last all the way to, you know, end of September before it even thinks about getting cold around here. Get it, boy, get it. Them duck hunters are still out there. There's a new bridge. Well, you probably can't see it. See if I can zoom it in. Everybody around here calls this the new bridge because the old one was built so long ago, they deemed it unsafe. They built that one and blew the old one up. If you want to see that, get on YouTube and search Edgar. Let's see, what was it, valley or river? I think Edgar River, although that ain't the name of this river, but I think the bridge is Edgar River Bridge in Kentucky. He'll pop up. If you just get a couple of them keywords in there, he'll pop up. A bunch of people recorded it when they blew it up and put it on YouTube. Yeah. I've always wanted to camp on them islands over there. You can't really see it. See the water there and the water there. That little small section right there is the island. Not the humps behind it, right here in front of us. But it's just too. And this section of the river right here is just too dangerous because. Well, the reason I say it's too dangerous, you could almost walk over to it, especially low as the water is right now. But the dam, Locking Dam, further south of us, you know, you don't have no warning. If they open their gates, this floods immediately. Well, it don't flood, but it rises pretty quick. And I've seen it with my own eyes. It's you know, you can go. I travel that road a lot. I can go to anywhere on that side of the bridge and see these islands, and you might come back an hour later. You know, if it had been raining or you know they open gates or whatever. You know, you can come back an hour later and them islands will be gone, be underwater. But that's mainly only during like rainy seasons, or if people down south get a lot of rain. It just don't happen every day. But when the people, this river runs north. When the people below us let their water out, it's got to go somewhere. They've driven all the way down through here. It feels pretty solid, but I wouldn't get no vehicle out here. Man, I like it out here. I'd rather, how do I want to word it? I would rather it be, well, first let me say I like being out here any time of the year, but I would rather it be spring or summer when everything's green and, it's just beautiful out here. But during them times is when I got to put up with all the yahoos. So I also like the winter because really nobody's ever out here. You'll get a couple of diehard, campers like me and the hunters, the deer hunters and the duck hunters. They're out here, but this place is so huge that you don't even really see each other. But in the summer, it becomes so overran with tourists, and all the locals get out, and I mean, you can't go nowhere. Well, you can get off in the wooded area, and you might find a place by yourself, but anywhere near this water, you can't even find a spot to walk to the water. It's just too much. There's other places to go, people. You ain't got to come to my place. This is mine. But I like it here. I really like to walk to the other side of that point. I know it on Homestead used to be over there. I've been to it. And I can get to it this way. Good Lord, it's you see the big old hill going up, and this is hill down, up and down, up and down, all the way around. I wish I could shoot right across here. I could be there 15 minutes, 20 minutes walking. But anywho, I'm old and grumpy and complaining. I'm pretty much not going to do nothing else today. I'm going to kick back and relax. I ain't got my watch on, but last time I looked it was 2:30. So, what is that? I don't know, check it out. I see something shining up in the woods, like, not big, just something glimmering every now and then. Certain way I turn my head, but anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to do nothing else today. The rain is supposed to start any time now. But, I think I'm just going to kick back, hang out, maybe tinker around inside the van. I don't want to bore you too much, but I'll probably end this video here and try to get it up because I ain't put a video up in 2 weeks or more, and I just get busy. I got a life. I got to live life and do adult things just like y'all guys do. And sometimes I don't have time to do nothing. But I'll probably go ahead and end this video here and try to get it up for you, and then tomorrow I'll start recording. Whatever I do, it won't be nothing spectacular, but we probably will be moving out of here, getting closer to town, because tomorrow's Sunday and I got to work Monday, so I'm pretty good ways away. Well, no, white van, this spot is about an hour and a half away, but in the green one I can get a little bit quicker because I can get in and out of these roads a lot easier. But either way, we're going to move a little bit closer to town. So anywho, I appreciate y'all hanging around. Sorry if I disappointed anyone about not recording all the building and all that, but that's just how my brain works. I just get started doing something and I stay after it till it's done. But like I've said it before, that's not the final product. That's just a skeleton build, just so I can get out here and start using it. I'm just anxious to be out here. I haven't been out here in a month or so, just thinking we made a trip or two in the white van, I don't remember, but I just want to get back out here. When I say come out here, I mean permanent. I got the little cabin, but I probably won't be staying there. I'm going to stay in the old van and bum around these woods this winter. So yeah, that was just a skeleton build I threw together just so I could start using it. And I'm going to try to continue gathering up free supplies to actually build it out. We'll just see what I can come up with. But either way, we still got a lot more building to do. So I will do my best to remember to turn the camera on and show you what I'm doing. Sometimes, I don't know how to say it, I don't want to sound rude, but sometimes the camera gets in the way. I just can't you know, I can't focus, get anything done when I gotta know I gotta mess with this thing, turn it on, turn it off, move it. And sometimes it just gets in my way when I'm trying to do a project. So I just hope you folks understand, and you know, that's just who I am. That's how I operate. That's how I do things. May not be correct, may not be right, but that's how I do it. So anywho, well, thank all y'all for hanging around with me, and yeah, I'm thinking about getting some stickers made for the new channel name, Big Green Van, but that'll be a while. Let me come up with some kind of logo, picture, something, you know. Probably be more closer to spring or summer when I do that. But anyway, y'all get out there and enjoy life. Don't waste it. Just because it's cold wintertime don't mean you can't get out. There's plenty of things to do. So anyway, until I see you next time, God bless you.